social media that I grew up with, I know most people are going to listen, but for the people that see the video, I'm circling some stock certificates. That's Facebook, Twitter, and Tumblr, the first 3 companies I invested in very early, well before their pre-IPO or exit.
Yeah.
That social media, the one that I started being obsessed with in 2006, up until the first 15 years, called 2021, though what I'm talking about started a little bit earlier, was predominantly based around the social graph.
Yeah.
And was done really like email marketing. So for the OGs in this call, or the ones that still do email marketing, I had an email newsletter for my dad's wine store in 1998 that had 91% open rates.
Yeah. Not bad.
Not bad. Some marketers ruin everything, and we all email too much, and now it's 20, 30% if you're good. But that was what social media was. Go out and get as many people to follow you as humanly possible so that a percentage of them would see it, right?
Yeah.
And that was great for people like me that were able to build communities and have consistent awareness, and that was great. Now, what's happened is the fact that most people on Earth can make a significant piece of content if they're capable and reap the rewards of it without amassing an audience for free is remarkable.
Yeah.
Every piece of content now is an individually judged piece of content on the merit of its creative and what it brings the audience. And that allows people to quote unquote go viral or get incredible amounts of reach with no cost associated with it, rendering us being in the first time in history where the creative is the variable to reach, not creative is supplied with money to create reach. AKA, we have spent the last 30 years forcing people to see stuff that they did not want to see by spending tons of money on it and losing in marketing. And now we can use organic social to get consumer insights, to get awareness, to get reach, to create more relevance because we can make more of it for different consumer segmentations. And so simply put, every platform that matters right now, the 10 that matter, the 7 that matter, Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube Shorts, TikTok, Snap, they allow creative to get dramatically more reach if it's resonating with consumers, allowing us as marketers to extract qualitative and quantitative insights. And so we call them SMAs at VaynerMedia, social media ads. And when we have insights, both quant and qual, we can either turn it into brand performance ads, aka turn the creative into performance slightly with a tweak, amplify them heavily with media, even more than the 5 million organic reach or 400,000 or even 30,000, which is more than our normal 500 with media, just like you would do a television spot or a print ad, or take the insights from the actual social media post and use it as a brief to create what we call 6 socially informed campaigns, thus mitigating the risk of the campaign because you got actual affirmation that there's consumer interest in it, not focus group or bullshit reporting that most Fortune 500 companies run. Just because you spend $7 million, by the way, on social, on digital, on linear, doesn't mean that it's being seen.
Yeah.
It's potential. The biggest disease in this industry is potential reach versus actualized reach.
Yeah.
Every GRP, every impression, every CPM, think about a billboard.
Right.
They're all fake metrics. And so what is very real is the algorithms on social media are so good that they want to keep you on. So they're going to show people with a high propensity of liking this thing, the thing. And if us as people continue to like and comment and share and engage or spend time looking at it or watching, you're telling the algo yes, which gives more confidence, which allows it to get reach. That is a truth.
Yeah. Good point.
That is a truth, brother.
Yeah.
And so I can make a video that I think is great, and I've done this a long time, and I trust my subjective opinion. But if I decide to spend $1 million on Facebook to amplify it before I do it organically, I'm guessing.
Right.
And that's happening every day in marketing. And so that's where I'm going.
Yeah. Well, and that democratizes the process too, right? It allows that person that creates that video. You used an anecdote in the book, somebody creates a video and was debating whether or not to even post it, and all of a sudden it blows up without them spending a dime on it, right?
And that is like remarkable. Like that is actually what we as marketers want. We want, the reason we have focus groups and do all this TV testing and A/B testing and is because we'd like to mitigate the risk.
Yeah.
We are now sitting with the biggest risk mitigator of all time called social media organic. While it's mitigating your risk for more campaigns, it's also doing marketing and branding.
Right.
Testing is being done in boardrooms. This is being done with consumers. It is the ultimate. And yet our industry doesn't have it as one of the top 15 most important things. They in-house it as a cost savings with a couple of kids on it.
Right.
They give it to creative agencies and pay them a fortune for it because they don't even care, because they're actually just focused on the television spot or the brand slogan. Right. It is the great poison of our industry right now that we do not respect organic social media when it's sitting there and building up our competitors that have far less money in distribution because they're outflanking us on where the attention actually is and what the creative is that is required to get it. Yeah. I think the whole framework of this book is that there's overpriced and underpriced opportunities in marketing, and they're not macro statements. I think every brand on earth can waste $10 million on social media tomorrow.
Yeah.
If they buy their media like it's television against one asset that wasn't made for the context of Facebook or YouTube Shorts or Snap. Like if you don't know how to make content for the room you're in, and then you just spend a ton of money, you can wait. People are wasting tons of money on social, treating it like television or programmatic banner buying.
Right. Yeah.
So underpriced channels, when the organic reach potential per post is greater than it is somewhere else in social or traditional for the cost associated for making the creative. Meaning, if you can make creative that amortizes out to cost you $1,000 because of your agency fee or your internal fee, and you did that on TikTok 4 years ago, where every third post was getting 1 million followers,
right.
because there's so many people on it, yet so few people creating for that demand. Well, that was remarkable. Today, there's a lot of Fortune 500 fashion brands who will spend a fortune on a photo shoot for a single post on their Instagram and will get 1,800 people seeing it or 18,000 organic reach, but they spent thousands, if not tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands on the photo shoot between the talent and the time and the production.
Yeah.
That's a bad idea. Right. Because Instagram right now is very competitive and there's more supply than demand in comparison to a TikTok. Meanwhile, people that really know how to make an Instagram post are growing rapidly. So there's the skill set and there's the macro. So platforms go through ebbs and flows. As we sit here today, Instagram is harder to crush on for 25 to 29-year-olds than Snap is. If you go to Snap Spotlight, you can, on post by post, you will get more organic reach on a Snap post because most of the people listening right now are not considering Snap the way they consider TikTok and Instagram. Meanwhile, Facebook is also mildly underpriced because most marketers don't think it's cool and they don't realize how many 30, 40, 50, 60-year-olds are giving plenty of attention to that platform. And that also is organically amazing. Yeah. But every one of these platforms can be overpriced or underpriced because if you're not good at the creative, it all becomes a waste of time no matter which platform you're on. But there's obviously moments where some platforms are really fertile. YouTube Shorts was really fertile 2 years ago. If Vine comes back and TikTok gets shut down in the US, that is going to become very fertile. So attention moves like water and you have to be there to catch it, but you have to have the right cup. And the right cup is the right strategy and the right creative output.
And so how do you keep up with that on a, let's say you're working at a brand and,
by not spending your time in meetings that are dumb.
Good one. Yeah.
No, like real talk, like people ask me all the time, like our framework is PAC, platforms and culture. I want to know everything that's going on in these platforms, including streaming TVs, including programmatic, including print, including I'm paying attention every day if the Wall Street Journal wants to lower the price of a full page ad down to $1,000 because I'll buy it.
Right.
To me, this is not a digital or traditional or social thing. There's going to be a day and age in 10 years, brother, 13 years, 19 years, where I'm going to be yelling that social is grossly overpriced because everyone's going to be doing it.
Yeah.
And VR or AR or something I can't even imagine is going to be happening. So this is not a traditional versus digital game. This is are you best at understanding where attention is, actualized attention, not potential attention, and then do you know what song, jingle, character, mascot, video, like does everyone listening to this understand that the first second of every video you make on social media is life? Brother, I will tell you right now, Greg, it's inconceivable to me, knowing how great this audience is, that they are as religious about the first second of every video they post on every single social platform the way I am.
Yeah.
But they'll make a long form video, an anthem video for YouTube and spend $1 million on it, and they'll mail in the first second and it's already over. They've already left a ton of opportunity on the table.